Okay, that's a little weird. I left my earbuds on the table here during the break. One of them, but not both of them, was where the exhaust from my laptop is. So my right ear is very warm, and my left ear is really cold. I know, I know. This is what you're here for. It's these moments. Well, shit. That's where we're going. Well, shit. Bianca says Corypheus is getting his red lyrium from the Tig Hawk and Varric, discovered years ago on their expedition into the deep roads under Kirkwall. It may be possible to reach it using an entrance to the deep roads somewhere in the hinterlands. Enter Valimar. So this is, how are you doing? The beard that was evil. How are you handsome people? Actually, had typed you and a question mark. Apparently, I didn't hit enter. How are you? Are you particularly handsome and groovy today? Yeah, the Dark Roads DLC, this is not. So we're gonna go do this. Well, shit. We're gonna need Varric to do it.
We should be prepared.
I guess that means Sarah's out for now. Boy, Varric's gonna be so undergeared. Coming Cassandra, primary tank, Solus. Alright.
A cornered beast is likely to strike back.
Take another break. Warm the other ear. Oh boy, Varric. I dumped. There's stuff back at Skyhold. If Varric really needs gear and I don't have any for him, I can pop into Skyhold. He is wearing level 15 armor. Okay, when did I do that? Not wearing a helmet. So this is a bizarre helmet for him. Cowl the Overseer. It's more something for the egg. Shadow Mage Cowl, also not for you. Alright, no helmet for you. Weapon is easy, that's Bianca. Bianca currently has Arms 2, Aiming Module 2, Bianca Grip. That needs to be upgraded. Quick trip back to Skyhold. Let's upgrade Bianca. Always handsome, not always groovy. Well, we give him Kitty's collar for luck. He's going to take a lot of damage, but Guardian Spirit blocks a melee attack every 30 seconds on dying. 3 out of 4 chance he pops back up, and once every 60 seconds resist a lethal strike. You can always take it off. Spirit resist. Rain heal. Currently wearing Weird Belt of Urgency. Gets faster when he's low on health. Alright. That's a curious thing. Explosive shot he does use. Throwing blades he does not have. Let's see where his skills are at. There they are, 8 points. Varric is an artificer. After years of experience with the Merchants Guild and the publishing world, Varric has become an expert at handling deadly traps and convoluted devices. First time looking at his specialization. Spike trap. Damage bonuses for that. Hail of arrows is his focus power. He only has 2 free slots. Elemental mines or fallback plan. You place a thieves lantern to mark a fallback location before heading into really. Fight gets ugly. Leap back to safety as healthy as you were when you placed your marker. Okay, that's just. I don't know. Makes combat sound complicated. I'm going to leave a lamp over here, and then in the middle of combat, basically, he's going to leap back. Healthy. That pyrotechnic spike trap creates an even larger detonation, or spike trap leaves your enemies bleeding for several seconds. How about larger detonation? Poison, an extra duration. As Caltrops, he started with Caltrops, we haven't respected him. And Evasion. Powder. Panicked. Automatic critical hits. Means if we throw bees, we're gonna get automatic crits on everyone who's panicked from the bees. Archery. Elevation. Be at elevation randomly, occasionally. Gonna help him. Curdle the blood of your targets. Enemies that die while poisoned explode in a shower of toxic mist. Might pick that up for Jirai as well. Stamina restored. Whenever you score a critical hit, you regenerate stamina. Got caltrops, we can make them beefier. Wider area, enemies will bleed or briefly immobilize. Passives everywhere. Good. Oh, is it selected? Well, shit. Back to the hinterlands. All the way back to the hinterlands. Better to always be groovy. Always be handsome. Groovy. Prestige, have you ever been in a situation where someone is just fucking talking and talking and talking and you're surprised how much bullshit comes out of their mouth and you really just... What do you mean? Was that... Did you really think it's just you? Respond on everyone's behalf. Oh, hell yeah. Grab all this Blood Lotus while I'm here. You know, it would make an efficient, maybe an efficient trip. Get a bunch of Blood Lotus. We run around here, grab what's here, warp to the Oasis, grab what's there, warp back here, grab what's here, warp to the Oasis. Don't need to do it right now. But between this camp, the hinterlands,
message coming in,
and the Oasis camp. Ryan D. Byrne, thank you for the host. Welcome. If you're there, welcome. Why GTA was invented? Lotus and Root quest completed. Didn't give anybody anything. Beat just by finding things. Turn in. Royal Elf Root, which respawns. There's Ryan. Hey, man. The beer that was evil. Got good news. University funding has come through. Yeah. Don't know if I knew. Don't think I knew. You were waiting on that news.
Finally.
Excellent news.
I started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the Red Lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse.
I have detected a
I wouldn't be
signal embedded
surprised
in
if
the
most
Thank
of
you for
the
the
miners
follow.
die just digging it up.
Welcome aboard. Welcome, Lolly.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Roads entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the deep roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
Ah, yes, Ryan, streaming from console. The Xbox Twitch app was crashing. Has that done that for you before? Has that just happened sometimes, or is that a new thing? Oh, you know how to fight. Oh, she.
If you're coming with us, I hope you can handle a fight.
No, I thought I'd cower helplessly while you do all the work.
She's a decent shot.
Decent?
You want me to admit you're better than me in front of the Inquisitor?
Let's not waste any more time, shall we?
Well, shit. Open the locked door. Elmar, the chasm. We were here. I don't know if everything's still level 11. Starts at the entrance. That's what you get. Happens pretty often, but it was 5 times in a short span and you were ending soon. Yeah, still sucks. No stranger to tech issues here, of course. When you just get beat down by him repeatedly. That's what happened during the 24-hour stream that didn't happen recently. And what's, in particular, what was so frustrating about that was that I probably could have solved it. It wasn't a network issue. I pigeonholed it as a network issue, but I was so frustrated from the repeated crashes. 7 times. I think the stream went down 7 times trying to keep the 24-hour stream going. Killed me. Instead, I just had to wrap it. Couldn't even think about the problem. And I was so sure at the time it was network, and it wasn't network. Yay! App check. Prestige, you thought Trespasser was surprisingly easy on Nightmare. This is where you switched the game back up to hard from normal. Trespasser was easier than the other two. Do you think that's because post-game, fully geared, skilled everything? Or is there more to it? Inherently more easy? I think you were over-leveled. Imagine I will be as well by the time we get there.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
crap. Thank you, Lely. Mic muted. Laura Bailey, Bianca's voice actress. That Laura Bailey, same voice who did the female president in Saints Row 4. Thank you, Prestige.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Kick your ass. Definitely, Prestige. You've probably seen me squirm. It's not always bad. Sometimes I can just laugh it off. Sometimes... depends.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave.
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
Ryan, I have not heard anything, any updates on Florida in the past few hours, so curious. Don't know. Doors to keep rivals from following.
I guess it's a good thing you came along then.
I get that a lot. After you.
Still level 11s. Wonder if it will all be.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
Briante, it's been quiet down there in Florida for now. Fingers crossed. Prestige, you've got a relative in Florida, your mother's uncle. I used to. My grandmother lived in Florida. One of my grandmothers lived in Florida. Snowbinder first. People are taking it seriously, Ryan. I mean, it's no good that there'll be damage, and I'm sure not everyone will take it seriously. But, you know, family on holiday. Glad they're not being dismissive of
This
it.
is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
If they if some of their vacation spoiled, it would be unfortunate. Man, how many times have we heard about people who don't evacuate? Many times. Battle Mage Cowl. Deep Roads Key.
There you are. I won't be able to use
What'd
this
you do with
entrance again.
Bianca.
Bronco was killed. You were the leak. At your key.
You want to say something, Varric?
Andraste's ass, Bianca. You're the leak?
When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to help your brother, don't you? I just wanted to figure it out.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... it has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this woman, Jonica. She seemed really eager to help with my research. So I gave her a key.
Janica? The warden who was trying to control Corypheus? Maker's breath. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
That name means something to you, Varric?
She was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. She was more than a little obsessed with him.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the red lyrium. I had to help make this right.
Got a lot of damage. Put this on us. Really your fault.
You told Varric you had a lead, so we'd straighten out your mistake.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Hey, Slugger. If I would tell story.
Oh, for pity's sake, would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
Could have done that a while ago. Alright, speak with Varric about all this. Well, shit. I don't mean here, we gotta go back to Skyhold. Talk to Varric about all this. Okay, I don't think we can warp our way out. We gotta make our way out. Dark. Alright, Ryan, thanks for coming in, man. See you later. Watch out for those vicious thunderstorms. Touched. says Cat. From what I can see and read and experience, it seems the storm is relatively small, but powerful, 140 mile an hour plus. That's what I was hearing, or even higher numbers before. Big problem will be wind, especially storm surge, rain, all that bad. This is more than enough. I hope it's, hope it fizzles out on it. I remember thinking as a kid it would be cool to weather really big, dangerous storms, but they're not. They're impressive. They're not cool. We had 2013 here in Colorado. We had enough rain. Venator killed with Dorian. Swap out for Dorian. It's here. We had enough rain to overflow the Cache de la Puta River, and it overflowed in so many places, caused lots of different problems for lots of different areas. I mean, there was all kinds of... Here where I live, we almost flooded the neighborhood. It got close. We have ponds out here. There's a nature preserve near the house, and the river overflowed and is actually designed to overflow into this pond system if there's too much water. And there was so much water that it overflowed into the ponds, and the ponds overflowed, and we're on the verge of getting into the houses in this neighborhood. The neighborhood got together, went out with shovels, and started digging a trench to divert the water that was coming. Saw it coming. Worked pretty well, and we had no major problems. I mean, that was small compared to what other areas had. We were kind of left on our own. All the emergency crews were doing other things. Big roads were closed and flooded out, and no one was coming to help the neighborhood here because it was small stuff. Hey, scared the hell out of me. What's up, Mirabla? What's going on, man? Welcome. Hey, you can still change your sound around anytime, man. That was my doing. That was my doing. Azcat on the west coast of Florida. You don't expect anything worth mentioning there. Did you hear that thunderclap? It was sunny last time I looked out. My house just shook with a thunderclap. And we don't, I mean, I'm in Colorado. I'm nowhere near the big storms. Hey, Lonnie. Yeah, I figured you'd be up after that. One of my two dogs is very scared by thunder. Oh, but there's both of them. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi, Lonnie. Forgot to get Dorian. Matter? He's actually in the party. Got Dorian. Back we go. Hey, Varric's card changed. Now he's playing cards on his card.
This might interest you, sir.
Prestige, you had a couple earthquakes. Were they, do you remember particular incidents, or does it just shake a little bit sometimes? Bob Bear, very sleepy, lurks, waves drowsily. It's her favorite bears. They used to make life absolute hell. For dogs, thunder is Ragnarok. That's pretty much how Lonnie sees it. But not both my dogs. Jazz is, she doesn't mind. She gets worked up when Lonnie gets worked up, but she doesn't actually mind the thunder. Up on that hill. Teleporting would be neat. You could have a superpower or, you know, a magic power. Who would pick teleportation? Would anyone pick teleportation? Still think I'd go for basic flying, floating flying. But, teleportation. That's a cool one. This is on this map while we're here. Venatory. All. Collect them all. At Fort Connor. Lyrium. Shapeshifting. Shapeshifting. Another cool one. I don't know what I would shapeshift into. Gotta be fun. Prestige, the couple big ones were way before your time. The ones you remember, the earthquakes area. Pretty small. Remember being scared. Yeah, I have not been around earthquakes. Sort of like a hurricane. I lived in Manhattan. I remember preparations for one not big hurricane that was actually going to come onto land. Close enough to Manhattan to be considered. And maybe one small earthquake. Not even sure if I really remember that.
Make it take you.
Red Templars. What's so important that Corypheus sent them out here?
Cue telekinesis. Well, that would be a fun. What would you use your powers of telekinesis for? More to accomplish things? Would you be productive or trolly? Or a healthy mix of both with telekinesis? I guess there's no reason not to be both, right? All right, Lolly. Thanks for joining up with us. Thanks for coming in. Coming with Ryan, it sounds like. Hope we see you again. Take care. Have a good one. Bring the pizza to me. That's what you would use it for. Simple pleasures. Bring the pizza. Got a plan. Hi again, Lonnie. Wet now? Go outside. healthy mix. Gotta keep things light. Central west coast of Florida is already getting a 2-foot storm surge. Not good when the storm is slow moving like this one. It'll continue to pile up. Well, all the more reason that people should evacuate, even if they don't think they're gonna get hit by a big part of the storm, right? Flooding's one of the worst. I remember the Fukushima incident and the tsunami and water, the force of water. Good. Very good. There's one shard left in the hinterlands. Well, in the interest of tidying up. Expect up to an 8-foot surge. That's bad. Isn't that going to get over a lot of storm walls? 8 foot? What sort of surge can actually be withstood safely, predictably? Hot dogs. Car dealers. Yeah, I bet the car dealers are nervous too. In Colorado, a lot of car sales get wrecked by hail every year. This is the first one making contact in about a decade. Hot dogs. What's up? People who makes me hungry. Every time you come, man. Every time you're here. Bring the hunger. Ethereum. We only needed 2 more. This is great for cleaning up. We needed to clean up all this stuff. Golden Lantern is where we're supposed to bring Dorian. But if we want to, we can tell Dorian that his parents are trying to trick him into meeting with them. Show him the letter. Or just take him there. We could take him there right now. If we're not going to tell him that he's being tricked into meeting with his parents, we can go there right now. Otherwise, back to Skyhold, talk to Varric, talk to Dorian optionally, come back out. Trying to clean up the companion inner circle quests. We go back to Skyhold after getting Ethereum. Speak with Varric about all this. There's talk to Dorian. Bring him to the Golden Lantern. Targets we can't reach yet until we do War Table missions. Air Oswin. Asgat, way over the walls. 2, maybe 3 for a short time. Could be withstood. And storm drainage backs up and then you're screwed. Was that I was okay. So the power of the storm, even if it's not as big as some others, sounds like the power of this storm is nothing to sniff at.
That move you performed in our last fight was well executed, Bull. I'm impressed.
Thank you, Seeker. I'd be happy to teach you.
If you had done that in our last sparring match, you might have won.
Then it's time for a rematch.
Maybe Wildwood. Maybe. It's in the blood. Well, I say we tell Dorian. Show him the letter. Care Oswin. Sandra has reason to believe that Corypheus is behind the disappearance of the Seekers of Truth. Let's do that. We only have one thing done on the war table right now. Josie might be back, but I think Liliana and Cohen are still out. See if we can't have everyone done. Go back to Skyhold, talk to some people, hit up the war table. Who else is coming? Sherol. I didn't realize we were going to get real storms here today. Should have paid more attention. It was beautiful. After being cloudy all morning, cold and rainy, it was beautiful right before the stream. But no thunder. There was... I didn't know we were going to get weather.
Care Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Everybody's gone mad.
He's involved in crazy, just like everyone else these days.
Truer words have never been spoken. Let's see what lies within.
Cheese wheel, check. Cheese knife, check. Alright. We're good. There. Raise the cheese! Just a bit over leveled for all this, so we'll roll through it and get it done. These are companion quests. We're not quite like Mass Effect 2 level loyalty missions, but they serve a similar purpose.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
Fight and talk at the same time, right?
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Cultists. Why am I not surprised?
This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Ted Seeker.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
We are getting intense, Thunder. Hot dogs, how's your weather? Far off. Nice and sunny right now. Pretty rainy most of the day. Yeah, we cleared up here right before the stream, and now we're getting the crazy stuff.
As the Seekers of
Honey,
Truth
where you
have
going?
proven resistant to the effects of Red Lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. We claim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the Promisers want the world to end? What use are they to him?
Corypheus will probably betray them before they get their chance.
But after he gets what he needs out of them. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to Red Lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to Red Lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
Do you really want to keep looking? What we find might not be pleasant.
I do not shy away from unpleasant things. I must know.
A lot of Floridians here today. But I hope there's no one who's supposed to be evacuating who hasn't. If you're in an area that's supposed to be evacuating, you've done it, right? You're not here watching. Or you've evacuated and you're watching from somewhere else. Materials. Oh, I guess that's bad.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
That in here? Carrier Desert. What's going on? Thank you for the follow and welcome aboard. How art thou? Cool looking throne. The carved heads, those wolf heads.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear
Remember
me?
this now.
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in Val Royeaux. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
Would he really work with these cultists?
I intend to find out.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
Arsano, I was thinking that in a couple points too. As much as I love the cheese wheel, it does add a sort of lighten the mood at the wrong times. Level 8, and we're level 18. I think Bull needs some new armor. No wonder Bull was dying so much yesterday. It's not all of it, but he's wearing level 8 armor. Level 18. It's a bit of a mismatch. Cassandra's not that bad off, is she? Level 15 armor. Nearly as bad. Needs upgrades, but still bad. Wait, did I have an extra set? Welcome. Hardly, right. No, we're gonna have to get him something better. We could craft him something much better. Realize it was so dire.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
You lured your entire order to their deaths.
There was no other choice.
No other choice? Have you gone mad?
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
Is insane. You need to stop him. Cassandra's gonna struggle with this.
He's completely mad, isn't he?
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future.
Welcome back,
I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
Shit, what happened to... Where did he go? Oh, he's level 7. I didn't really need to mark him for death. He was just gonna die anyways. Still, level 7, level 11. We're a little bit over leveled for this, don't you think? We won't be over leveled for everything we're doing today.
He had to be.
We had things to catch up
The
on.
influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
All these wasted lives.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
What's bugging her? Well, we'll see. Here's what we're working on. Cleaning up the Inner Circle quest. Whether or not we get into the Dark Roads DLC today or tomorrow. Extra stream tomorrow, by the way. I did not... it's on the schedule wrong, but I put it on the schedule. Extra stream. We're going to start the morning, 10 o'clock my time. Probably go 6 hours. And then Sunday, we were going to start Doom. We're going to start Doom later. I mean, next stream after that. Probably going to finish this on Sunday. So we've got an extra stream tomorrow, 12-hour stream on Saturday. Finish this on Sunday. We've already put a lot of time in. And October's supposed to be for some spooky, scary, bloody stuff that we're going to get into. But I want to finish this. I want to finish this. Got a lot to do. We're playing a little bit of catch-up right now. Got one artifact. Follow up
I
with
have detected
Cassandra.
a signal embedded in the static.
2 targets. Hawk, usually. Hawk, usually. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Steph, what's that? What's the no? If you finish well shit, you'll get the Wicked Grace cutscene. So that could be cool. We're definitely going to finish that. Yeah, speak with Varric about all this back at Skyhold. So let's go to Skyhold. Seeing red. Yeah, we do need to find one more, and it shouldn't be hard. There's lots of them. There's more than we need. Seeing red. We have a few options. Any of these really easy to get to? Pretty easy to get. Grab that. Dragoon! Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday to all. And to all, a happy... Bring Varric. How's the day been, Dragoon? Are you feeling groovy today? There's... I did... He can't make up his mind at all.
I've news, sir.
We can rule out Venatori for this. Not enough blood splattered everywhere.
Jimmerstone Mine. The ground here trembles slightly underfoot. Now back to Skyhold. Shard just down the hill. Shard. We've got the last couple sets of doors to open. Shard doors won't have all the shards for them, so I think we might get 1 or 2 more doors open at some point. You have 4 shards presently. Back to Skyhold. Ty, I don't know if I missed your answer before. Entropic was saying, I asked about Friday, Saturday for Dying Light. Do you have any preference between keeping it on Friday where it's at or doing it that Saturday? Have any thoughts or preference? No, not yet. Only 4. 5? I think 4. Got Crestwood, Hinterlands, High Dragon, and Emerald Graves. At the end of the stream last night, I was fighting the dragon in the Hissing Wastes, which is level 20 or 18.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra?
Wasn't quite getting it done, so we'll do that today, and maybe 2 dragons
if
today.
If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because they don't know what you are, and they're frightened of you.
Okay, good reason.
A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
Entropic, there's a weekend deal on it? Thank you for bringing that up. In case anyone's interested. Weekend deal on Steam for Dying Light. Nice heads up, thank you. So Cassandra and Leliana have both been mentioned as possible candidates to replace the Divine. You can encourage and discourage them. It has something to do with the outcome.
Why even consider it? Who cares about the Chantry?
I care.
It was...
Surely it was never
It's
meant
not what I was
to be
going
like
for.
this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began.
That's right, Ty. You just picked it up, too.
Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Didn't mean to rile her up. Should have thought more about that. Sort of misread it. I don't know why I was thinking like who would care more. No, that's on me. Wasn't really trying to rile her up.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Entry has failed. These are extreme times. Encourager?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Edge, thanks for the host.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
You can flirt with Cassandra. That's all you can do. It's kind of like Scout Harding.
Your determination is admirable.
I do nothing that is not worth doing with all my
It's
heart.
not actually all flirting.
It's your most attractive trait. You're not the only
I know, my mic
candidate.
was muted. I'm
What
getting
about
food.
Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Perhaps the Chantry needs more than just change.
You mean get rid of it entirely? I disagree. Without the Chantry, the faithful would be lost. The Chantry must simply be more responsible in how it leads. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Chicken with Sarah.
Controlled space. You heard what they did out there. They've adapted.
I'll ask around again tomorrow. Well, let me know if you...
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I hate earwigs, by the way.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. Concessions, or we unleash the earwigs. Pinchy butts. Well, that was stupid. Want to go roll around until I feel better?
Yes, I do.
Why are we even still talking?
Good question. Shut it. Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Actually, time for cookies. Not sure this is cookies, but
With you, I'll do anything.
I bet, yeah. Come on, let's do it.
We're eating
Cookies.
on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
You know, this is about as far from what I expected as we could get.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mum. The one she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this is great, you're great, so I thought maybe me and you could make some, I don't know, us cookies. Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
Not very stupid. It's pretty cool.
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride whore noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
Here's to better cookies.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Oh, piss balls. I could have made a whole dirty thing about your biscuit. Or muffins.
It's not too late.
Muffins on the roof? Because tits?
Not funny, Sarah. Yes. Rude. Wonderfully silly Sarah.
Sarah, this is silly, wonderful fun. Just like you.
That's good, right? Because the roof was a really bad idea. Can't do it on a roof.
Ty, it definitely sounds like if there's ever a time to do that, and if they had a sale within 48 hours of you making a full price purchase. Oh, did I spoil the mood? No, it's silly mood. And can't do it on a roof? Yes, we can and we should. Have you ever done it on a roof? I've never done it not on a roof. Good, right? White green eggs on ham. But Sarah on a roof?
My roof, my rules.
Oh, I am gonna break both.
Ah! Good luck. Sarah's perspective on things. If you can cut through what she says, how she says things, if you can cut through how she says things to what she's saying, Sarah impresses me.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
You managed to talk your way out of most things.
That's what I do, isn't it?
Just rubbing
if
everyone the
Cassandra
wrong
hadn't
way
dragged
here.
me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now, pretending none of this was happening.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
Pretty sure that counts. Feared that is evil. I'm pretty sure that counts.
Inquisitor.
Orion. Do a turn in there anyways. Eric. Bolus. Orion up here. He's a dwarf. Entropic, he's a dwarf. Eric is a dwarf. Turn in research. Dragon glands. And dragon glands. And demon scales, shadow blades, knight helmets. Codex unlocked. Damage bonuses. Lots of things.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Hey, Merc.
As you were.
Yes,
What's going on?
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor.
You know, Merc, if you
Would I
ask
have
that to
done
someone
Forgiveness
quickly
can
enough
be
in
difficult.
person and not in text,
I hope
I
the
think it
Order
might work.
values what you've done and gives you no reason to regret it.
That make me think of probably more age-old, but I think I saw on CSI, the old CSI Vegas once. Grissom was quizzing someone. I missed the old show. I missed that show, the way it used to be. I haven't watched it in some years. Silk, silk, silk. What do cows drink? Fast say milk. And water comes out of a water hose, and air comes out of an air compressor hose, and what comes out of a fire hose? We've spoken with Fiona. I don't think she has anything new to say. Orion, I was looking for you.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace.
Marvelous.
You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Have I ever did Dorian's side quest before, so I don't know what happens if you do or
Dorian,
don't.
there's a letter you need to see.
Let's give him the choice.
Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite.
Shh.
It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallwood want, pray tell?
He's in the neighborhood.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before. They're not happy with my choices, you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving to Winter?
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Soon enough. Bring Dorian to the Gull and Lantern. Right there. Hey again, money. Oh. Hi again. Oh. Everybody's listening. Say hi again. Oh. That. Well, what do we usually get? She spoke to you. Pretty awesome, though. Gull and Lantern. Gull and Hi, your dog caught that? That's your dog caught. Sandra. Oh. Esquilo. Yes. Here. Over when I move late. Stop at one of the merchants here and unload some junk.
Is there something you need?
Have the opportunity. Junk ahead. Two of those. Probably have other. Stole the weapon. Level 6. Rune in it, but we can't pull the rune out. Alright, well. When I turn my head, you don't hear me. I don't know if it's just turning my head. I think it's if I turn my head and speak quietly. When were you not hearing me? Sometimes I mumble. I have the mic a lot closer than it used to be. That's why it's visible now, so it can stay closer. So hopefully the noise gate can be in place, but still catch a lot more. My voice drops if I am just starting to mumble a little bit. Hopefully caught. But I know it drops out sometimes. I appreciate feedback on that. If I can tweak it as needed. Sometimes I'm cutting highlights and I notice that's happening. Must be pretty used to it. Weird when I see that. It happens a lot. Usually no one tells me.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
I'll go. I should go.
I should leave you to work this out.
Oh, no, you don't. I want a witness. I want someone to hear the truth.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
Dorian prefers the company of men, and that is any deviation from the norm there is his family's problem. But
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. Your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
Let's leave him to talk it out. I don't think I did that before. Played the game before. I don't think I made sure to do all the companion quests. I don't know which I did and didn't do, but I did. Clear. We're still trying to encourage. We're going to bring Dorian and Bull out party as much as possible. I didn't know I didn't know they could have a thing.
Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
I don't know. It was certainly a spectacle.
Oh? I'm so pleased to provide you amusement.
There has to be a reason I keep you around.
Just the one. My wounded pride. At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me, Your Reverence.
Oh, What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
Oh. I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, Your Worship.
Repeat them? So you've shared them before?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Well, that's something.
That is something. This happens often. People don't like Tevinter. Haven't had a lot of interaction.
This sort of thing happens often, does it?
More than anyone tells you. No one knows their own reputation.
Until someone helpfully informs them.
There is that. She meant well, if that's of any concern. I should ask, do the rumors bother you?
There will always rumors.
Why should it bother me? Everyone's talking about the Inquisition.
That's good. I'd hate to think I brought you any grief. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
Excellent. So, continuing the goal of completing these inner circle quests before we do any more on the Inquisitor's path. Need to get to the war table. Let's do that now. I'm going to take a break in a couple minutes. We're about halfway through the stream, as long as the power stays on. Is more thunder again, so I don't know what kind of weather to expect here. Oh, we're having some sort of stormage. Follow up with Cassandra. Bad. Or ice after coming back. Speak with Cassandra again. And then after a couple war table missions, we should be able to do unfinished business, Memories of the Grey. If we go to the right spot, we could do that right after the break, give the amulet to Cole, or decide what to do. Corypheus, Samson, or the Dawn. That occur on the map. Okay. So that's what we'll be doing after the break. Let's go ahead and check on the war table.
Your worship.
Got reports. Shadows over Denerim. Golden Medallion of Service and Influence. Well, that was bracing. From Alistair. King Alistair Theron. Pitched battle with evil mages disguised as kitchen servants, fireballs flying, and swords flashing. Brings back old times. I won't be eating anything coming out of those kitchens for a while, let me tell you. Wonder if they were gonna poison me. Nasty little cultists. Anyhow, I'm grateful for the Inquisition's help. I wouldn't have found them without you. Nothing much. Hazcat, awesome. Dogs are overly. Revenge of the Merchants Guild. Tethris, are you still skipping out on meetings? You'd have a copy of this already if you showed up once in a while. Not that I mind. I'm happy enough to trade you a worthless piece of parchment for 1,000 crown debt. Derek, note has been added to the bottom in another hand. Message deciphered. Translation follows. My name is Varric Tethris, and I'm a Bronto-licking backstabber who steals customers. Scrivener. Ardenhide Town, a worthy dwarf. Operation
It
unlocked.
was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
Hey, Daniel Metal. Yes. Position, rogue, archer, assassin. We have already made a switch to dual wield and then back to archery. Maybe it'll change again sometime. Ruffles, Nightingale, and various agents named after crummy jobs. Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you've told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Bronto liquor as an insult, and also can't write worth a damn. Worthy, an acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall. Although why he do all this, I have no idea. I owe you all drinks. Varric. Raspberry. Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Leliana, we should capture Worthy ourselves and question him about how he infiltrated Skyhold. Josephine says, give this information to the Kirkwall Guard. They'll want to arrest Worthy. I don't think we want to be involved ourselves. Tell you what though, it's almost a 5-hour mission. I will run that one overnight. We'll do that at the end of the stream. We'll get that going. 4 hours left. Might be done in time. Arr. Thanks from Enchantry's sister, Inquisitor Trevelyan. You may not remember me. I stayed at Skyhold for a time and later accompanied some injured soldiers to Ferelden. Our journey was more perilous than expected, and I only lived to write this thanks to the aid of the Inquisition. I have little to offer, but if I may help the Inquisition in some small way, you have only... Right, I looked at this before. Get this finished before the end of the stream, and then longer ones overnight. Ileana would not ask her to help. Let her remain with her fellow sisters in peace. Ally. Transfer her to the Chantry in Denerim. I like what... I always like Leliana's take on things, whether it's killing someone or letting them be. Josephine, we have received a message from Orzammar. Knowing an ancient darkspawn threatens Thedas, King Harrowmont officially declared his support for the Inquisition. Most excellent. I would advise sending a delegation to Orzammar as soon as possible to cement this alliance. Get it done. Something for Cullen? Oh yeah, Judgment in a box. Duchess in a box. Judgment in a box. Duchess in a box. Florian. I would call our efforts a success, Inquisitor. The peers of Duchess Florian are sufficiently frightened by her visits to have given up all attempt at following in her footsteps. In fact, we've been so effective at scaring the nobility, there is something of an urban legend arising because of us. They say if you whisper, "last season," 3 times in your walk-in, the box Duchess will appear, and you will be cursed to wear flat shoes. She does, you know, It happened to an Arl I knew. I dare you, Jirai. Eliana. Here, a source of water for an outpost. Do we have any, don't we have some things we need to unlock? Spend some power and unlock. Where are those at? They may not require power. They may just require time. There we go. Repair point auger. Rather spend power than hours. I will send our best builders. Go. So Daniel Metal, you approve of the Rogue Archer Assassin. You're busy playing with Divinity Original Sin. Love it? Excellent. Have not played it. Gain access to Gillanhain Grove. Woo! Area unlocked. Passageway is clear and safe. Access to the grove restored. 170 kegs of ale, not nearly enough for 15 hardworking Inquisition men and women. A lot of ale. Unmask those across the sea. Later. Owen wants nothing to do with it. You're a source of water for the outpost. Griffin Wing Outpost has some access to water, not enough to sustain the number of people there for a significant amount of time. Situation is not desperate. The high priority group of soldiers go!
Inquisitor.
Josephine and Cullen will be done quickly. Liliana will not be done until nearly the end of the stream. We'll hopefully put them all on long duration missions overnight. Alright, bit overdue. I said I was going to take that break. Let's take a break. I'll be back in about 10-12 minutes and we'll continue. See you soon.